Just to confirm the one-shot qualifying for you then, here in Belgium. Bags, your leader, in pole position. Try Hard returning after his break last week in second. Brenny third, Joggles fourth, Boss fifth, Clifford. Jake on his debut. Will Ollie B up in eighth. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Lights Out. Corner one is generally taken slowly, and that is ridiculous carnage. Blatant. Obtuse. With a Ferrari spinning out back there too. Try Hard and Bags apparently colliding. I know it's the virtual safety car for now. Surely the real one heads out there sooner rather than later. Never has a quick, good qualifying session been so useful. Bags top, Try Hard second, Joggles third, Brenny fourth, Boss fifth, all getting away cleanly. Bayless in 11th doesn't seem to have done too badly. Arbate similarly, but Jake, definitely Club Clifford, having a bad time of it. Leclerc colliding with Jake as well. It was always going to be eventful here in Spa-Francorchamps, but I guess we didn't quite see that coming. Quite that blatantly. I was all ready to talk about the first corner. A lot of this course is taken flat out. If you're unaware, here in Belgium, lots of lovely straights. The corner's not too strict. You can go pretty flat out, but that corner one, big wide entry, lots of braking. We didn't even get to talk about it. In fact, the first corner was relatively clean. It was straight from pole, straight from lights out, rather, that things went crazy. Regardless, Bag starts off in first, Try Hard second. Joggles close in behind, Boss and Brenny alike. Tell you what, respect please, Jimmy Dimes, who right on cue takes that a little wide. And then again, he's just not braking. Jimmy Dimes, what is going on there? What is currently happening with Jimmy Dimes? I think he does have a bit of front wing damage, so might want to head into the pits. But regardless of time penalties and whatnot, he is in 8th position. Club Clifford, can only assume, was taken out because people are dorks. But I guess better taken out earlier rather than later, and thankfully, all drivers able to continue. I'm honestly very surprised we didn't have a safety car. I thought there might be trouble, to say the least. Apparently we're all good. Bayless heading into the pits and out of the pits after crudely being taken out. Man, this guy just tries to drive so cleanly and nobody wants to meet him there. Arbate similarly, one of the gentlemen of the sport. And Jakey on his debut has met the long arm of the law. I can only imagine. Back up top, happier times. Can the top 5 stay clear of danger? Or will the likes of Will Ollie B and Arbate dish out their form of justice? Bags Liddell, who of course was your winner last week in Silverstone. Boss, who's currently in 4th, was 2nd. Brenny, who was 3rd, is back in 5th. As mentioned, Try Hard, unable to race his sub, getting an 11th spot. Juggles finish 9th after being somewhat aggressively taken out. The league leaders always having to watch their backs, their rears, if you like. Figuratively, of course. Hamilton up in 6th. The sub driver, which is quite funny to say. Bottas in 10th. No Sul again, yet to make an F1 race. Tredder's not here today either. Albon and Verstappen, because Jazz unable to attend. So a few sub-drivers in, but to be fair, it's a half-half split for today. Jimmy grabbing more penalties than Bruno Fernandes right now. He may need to come into pit. It feels like, again, you look at that front right wing, doesn't even half appear to be there. So you'd hope man hops into that pit lane sooner rather than later. Because it is a struggle out there right now for Jimmy Dimes. Regardless of whether he's trying to do well or just trying to muck around. Penalty for Bayless, who again takes out Jake. Those two, not sure if you'd say arguing, but certainly having a chat pre-game. And Bayless doesn't like being called out. He just says, though, I'll just head into the pit. I'll just keep doing this for all 11 laps. It's a 4.3 mile long circuit with 19 turns, so certainly longer than Silverstone. Somehow Bayless keeps managing to find a way to take out those around him without needing to retire, at least for a while. Jake, of course, will need to head into the pits once more. Maybe that's him coming out of the pits. Lost my bearings. Apologies. Taking a look at the car, it does look to be okay. So yes, maybe he has pit again. Or maybe it was just Bayless that came out worse for wear. It's all unsure, unclear, until we get those clips on Twitter after the race. Bags Liddell up in front. 2-second gap over Tryhard. Boss in third. Further 1.5 back. Joggles close behind indeed. We're on board with him now. He goes to pass Boss. And he makes it look rather simple. Lovely work from Joggles. Would be hoping to respond from his 9th place finish. Still in the points. And it's only the second time he's not finished on the podium all Grand PriTK. And he try and cut down on that rough 1.5 second gap to Tryhard, who in turn, to his credit, seems to be, I was going to say, cutting into the lead after he takes that wide to make me look quite the fool. Someone has just gone flying down that left-hand side. I'm sure you saw the back of your screen. Time penalties are plenty. Tryhard, the one who will be feeling it the most. Club Clifford, though. Respect this man. It may well be him that got taken out from the start. He's up in the points, is Club Clifford. 5th finish last week, his sub-driver getting the job done. 19th the week before. 3rd the week before that. It has been up and down as he tries to go past Lando. Lando with some decent defensive driving. Clifford will have to show a little bit of patience. Many opportunities to overtake, particularly if drivers aren't going all out. Fascinating little battle here. Lando again holding off his every move and then chucking on the brakes. Oh dear, you see that wing get smashed. Lando. Club Clifford, to his credit, will persevere. Boss having to pit. Let's see what Club Clifford can do with half a front wing. Respect that, gentlemen. We're approaching the halfway stage. Boss coming out behind Albon and Hamilton. And Bayless is... Oh, look at that, by the way. I said he comes out behind Albon. Hamilton is much further ahead. Maybe that's Albon with Bayless. Honestly, who would know? This field gets so spread out. It can be hard to tell. Boss will try and work down in that gap. Hamilton will have to pit at some point too, of course. So we're not going to worry about that too much. I'm more intrigued about Club Clifford. Hopefully he can persevere. Keep rising up the ranks. Arbate. What are we going to say about Arbate? 4th last week is what we'll say about Arbate. He is a genuinely quality F1 driver. He can be quite aggressive, and then he can get quite ridiculous. 7th and 4th, his 1st and 6th efforts in the Grand PriTK. In between the bread and the F1 sandwich, 17th, 18th, 12th, and 16th. Because despite opportunities to be in the points, he decides to take a different approach. I think that's fair to say. The pit's coming out. Bags. Liddell will continue. Lando is done. Bay has taken out Lando. He's normally one for taking out the other drivers, if you know what I mean. But the AI, the seasoned veteran, at least of the Grand PriTK, Lando Norris, says goodbye, and Bayliss continues. I was going to say to search for blood. He's probably searching for fuel. R8 comes in the pit. You know what? It's not a bad time. Probably. Check this out. Stops. We'll start with stops. Bags Liddell yet to pit. Can he maintain that lead? Oh, the safety car's out as well. Is that from what you've done to Lando? And now, this could be an excellent time for Bags Liddell to pit then. Everyone else has now stopped, apart from Lando, who's unable to start. But Bags Liddell may well have just timed this superbly. Not that he could have known, of course, that Bayliss would try to take out Lando, but A, Bayliss was successful, and B, an excellent opportunity for Bags Liddell to pit. He probably doesn't want the safety car. He probably would like a nice clean race and keep his big lead. But we know that's not going to happen. Joggles up 2 spots. Try hard down 2. Club Clifford down 4, but with plenty of time to make up for that at the very least. Jake down 10. Has made a new enemy today. Jimmy Dimes up 1. Bayliss down 12. He's very good at qualifying. He's genuinely not bad at the game, is Bebe. The problem, as some drivers might see it, Bayliss probably doesn't, is that he doesn't like to race that way. So Bags Liddell will come in the pit. Everybody will get bunched up. Worked out well for me, says Club Clifford, because it was my pit-in lap. Bayliss who hit Norris, who hit me, causing the safety car. Thank you very much, Clifford, for the explanation. Again, if you ever have clips you'd like to put on Twitter, just at me. We'll get them into the final cut, don't you worry. So Bags Liddell is still in pole. He stays ahead of Joggles for now. That gap, of course, would have been greater. Guess we'll never know. Branny in 3rd. Boss another 10 seconds behind, but the safety car should help with that. Try hard up in 5th. And then Club Clifford, who will be nice and fresh, ready to overtake the likes of Hamilton, Albon, Stroll, and Ocon. Maybe even make some inroads on those top 5 spots. Clifford says, I was just hanging back from Bayliss because I was waiting to pit, and then he sent Norris into me. He's a man of many talents, Bayliss. All of them Carnage related. Bait, a good opportunity for him in the points if he chooses to do so. Jake, does he even get the chance? Does he even get the chance to head on up towards the points? Or will he be stuck behind Latifi and stuck with the likes of these two gentlemen until the end of days? It's a really good chance for them to catch up if they can, but Jimmy's corner cutting, it's not really been his day. I feel like we're going to have, let's just say, an interesting finish ahead. Clifford says, from last to 10th right now, hopefully restart, getting the 6, and we see what we can do from there. How good is it hearing from the drivers during the actual race? Thank you very much, Club Clifford. He is Clifford on 33 points in the Grand PriTK, 8th overall. Opportunity to go past his Ferrari teammate today, and maybe more. Ferrari as a team back in 5th. Haas in 4th spot. Bags unsure how Jimmy hasn't yet been disqualified, as Jimmy may or may not have 40 seconds worth of time penalties. Man's going to be doing an extra lap. The restart is going to be very interesting indeed. If you're wondering what this incident is, if you haven't put it together, Club Clifford taken some carnage from Lando, who was barged into by Will Ollie B, Lando forced to retire. Clifford holding the fort, goes into pit. He's in 10th. Will Ollie B somehow still out there? I guess you can only respect it. I don't even know anymore. Jimmy Dimes with 36 seconds of penalties. Bayless only with 10. I don't even understand how he can... How can he only have 10 seconds of penalties? All he does is drive into people. Anyway. Okay. Sure. Yo, thank you for the follow, by the way. Oh, fam. Look at the snake do its thing. And no, I don't mean Bayless. Hopefully not too much safety car to finish. I tell you what, Bags won't mind one bit if it stays the whole way like this. Bayless a cleaner driver than Jimmy. Interesting, that's what I mean. We've all got our preconceptions, don't we, Bags? Man in top spot, having a chat with us live right now. However... Oh, goodness me, I tell you what, it's very bunched there. Some people, I don't know if they're quite on autopilot or not. Just press start, ladies and gentlemen, please. Please. The whole, you can see there for yourself on your screen and in the data, the top 17 could not be more bunched up. R-Bait is in the middle of those. Jimmy and Bayless, probably not close enough to impact it. Except that Bayless has somehow got himself in there as well. He's not interested in gaining any positions. He wants the position of being in the middle of the pack. Jimmy Dimes, I'm not sure, within touching distance at the moment. That may well change. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I keep saying it for the gravitas because you know that something big is coming. We go again. One more time and Bags spins out. Oh no, what has happened there? Bags Liddell. Contact maybe from Branny. Oh, it's carnage. It's ridiculous. The man is outside the points from that. Branny up in top spot. Clifford up in the 6. Try hard on the podium. Just like that. What on earth happened there? On the restart from Bags Liddell. Jake has left the session. He's out of there. Will Ollie B behind Jake. Jimmy Dimes, not sure where he's at. R-Bait probably went for someone. That's why he's down in 16th. But Bags Liddell in pole takes some contact. Branny, I thought it might have been from you. I'm often wrong about this. So hit me up and tell me that I'm wrong. He just got... Did he get spun out? Got hit on that sort of back left tire and... The worst possible time for that to happen. He is up into 7th though. He's had various setbacks throughout the Grand PriTK. And he is the man who's responded better than anyone. Boss in top spot. Try hard 2nd. Branny 3rd. Joggles up there. Look at Club Clifford. He said. He literally just told us. From last to 10th. Hopefully restart. I get into 6th. And we see... what we can do from there. Well, not only will he get into 6th, he's got a great chance of taking on Lewis Hamilton. He has Bags Liddell within literal touching distance right now. They're going at it. Bags Liddell with the overtake, wasting no time. Jimmy says sorry to Jake. And we assume that Jimmy has given Jake one of the rougher debuts in the Grand PriTK. R-Bait with a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. Is that an attempted takeout too? Again, all speculation until we hear from the drivers themselves. We are on the second last lap. Time running out for these two gentlemen, Bags and Clifford, to catch up. Hamilton, we're looking at that gap. It was 1.5 seconds. 1.4. 1.3. Maybe they can catch up. to Lewis. Up here, Juggles 2 seconds behind Branny. And the top three, oh, it really couldn't be much closer. Try Hard in the lead. Boss second. Branny third. Jake Pitts again. Again, I can only assume, based on the information we saw, he decided to check on out, and fair enough. The AI may well finish it for him. Bayless somehow still racing. Arbate in 14th. Probably not looking for points anymore. Looking for a highlight play. We are close to the end, my friends. Try Hard up top. Last little mini chicane, if you like. And we head in to the final lap. Try Hard it is in top spot. Boss in second. Branny 1.5 seconds behind. Juggles similarly back. Bags Liddell. Surely even a great such as he cannot make up 9 seconds. But a 5th place finish, probably not the worst thing ever. Club Clifford, the best he can really hope for is 5th. On the straight, Branny, Boss, and Try Hard. Can he hold out? Is there one final twist in store? Branny really missing out on that top jewel, just slowing up a little. You see that expand to about 2 seconds. Juggles. Can he perhaps make a late surge for the podium? Anything can happen in the Grand PriTK. Into Pujon. Jimmy Dimes retires from the session. Lefagnet. And then Stavelot. Around turn 15. Try Hard will surely take this. Boss in second. They've fanned out rather nicely. Into Blanchimont. We can see some drama up ahead, however. Can he avoid it? He goes past Bayless. Bates. He goes past him too, surely. Try Hard avoids the contact. That is the final turns of a champion. And Try Hard takes the checkered flag. Branny into second. Juggles third. Boss, the man perhaps feeling that most of all. Bags Liddell makes 5th. Club Clifford into 6th. The Arbate Bayless duo go without blood. Bayless disqualified. Bags says he's fuming. Clifford not happy with Bayless. We'll focus on the top of the pile until we work out the rest of the drama. Try Hard with some lovely work on the restart. Takes out the W for the Alfa Romeo. He says, Airborne, will you please come back?